Good afternoon and welcome to the How to Craft Network YouTube channel. My name is Claire Manning from Thirsty Brush and I'm going to be doing another card making video for you today with some Thirsty Brush designs. So if you're new here or you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, do press that below and hit the bell and you'll be notified of all our lovely crafty videos. There's something almost every day of the week and including new launches, demonstrations, loads and loads of inspiration for you for your crafting. So today, let me just show you the designs that I'm going to be working with. So we have the Enjoy Yourself dies that I'm going to be using one of the sentiments from, and also the effervescent background stamps. You get these two elements. I'm going to be using this one here. And actually, the card today is inspired by one of our crafters on our Facebook group. So again, if you'd like to see more inspiration and get involved in some chat as well about crafting, go to our Facebook page, Thirsty Brush & Co. And if you click on community, there's a group there as well called the Thirsty Brush Brushettes. You can also search that. So the card was made by Gemma Reed and she posted it, I think earlier on this week. And I thought it was really, really cool. She used some elements of stenciling along with the stamp. And she did it in, I think, pink and gold. She said she was having a pink and gold moment. I'm going to try it in blues today to see whether that works well as a mail card, either for maybe an older child or a more grown-up male. So just to give you an idea of some things that you can do with your stash as well, because I know lots of you say that you struggle doing mail cards when we all love doing all the flowers and the pretty things. So let's have a start off with, I've got a piece of white card, I've got some blue inks, and I'm going to get a piece of scrap because I haven't had a look at these colours in too much detail yet. These are dye-based inks by Eyes Ink, but you could use whatever inks as long as they blend well. So there's all these different blues. As I say, I haven't decided which yet. And then I've got a piece of card that I've also cut out a couple of circles in slightly different sizes. And this has made myself a little stencil. I'm not going to waste those extra pieces. I'll use that on something else. This piece here on the left, I've pre-cut just slightly smaller than my 5x7 card blank. So that will be ready. And I'm just going to place a piece of card on there. I'm going to get a bit of tape just to hold that in place, just so it doesn't slip and slide everywhere. I want my circles to be nice and crisp with the ink. So let me pick maybe 2 or 3 of these. I think I'll go for quite the classic-y blues. Let's try those. I'll leave the lids there as well. So there's Nuit, which means night, doesn't it? I think this is a French brand. Petrol and Outremer. I don't know. Don't ask me how to pronounce things. Can't get my my French accent very well. Very good. So I'm just going to have a quick test to make sure those 3 colours go together. So I'm quite happy with that one. I've got a couple of different sponges here for my dauber. I'm not going to worry too much. Normally I'd probably just use the one, but because I'm just testing the colours just to make sure I'm happy with them, I don't want to use the same one. So yeah, I feel like they tone pretty well together. So let's go with that. I'll start with the lightest one, which I think was that, and do 1 circle. Like I said before, with any kind of blending inks that you're using, I'm going to go from slightly outside of the shape and then in. That just avoids some of those kind of marks that you might get. I need a bit more tape there. Just reduces some of those blending marks for you. It makes it a little bit smoother. So I'm just going from the edge And you can make it even all the way around that circle, or you can have one side a bit darker. So I might do this side a little bit darker than the other side of the circle. See how it goes slightly lighter there. And then when we lift that off, just got a nice clean circle. So let's do some others. I've done 2 circles in different sizes. So let's try one of the other colours, the other blues. And the next one. Let's try the kind of medium blue then. And you can overlap, you can do whatever pattern you want. But I'm going to have them mainly coming for the kind of right side of the card. This one's got almost like a greeny tone to it. Just keep doing little circles until you're happy with the blend. You could use these kind of daubers, or you can use, if you've got Tony's bigger brushes as well when they were in stock, you can use those too. So that's circle number 2. And that's overlapped nicely on there. Let's do another one down here. And let's go the darker colour this time. Nice to work with blues for a change. I do lots of greens, obviously, because that's my favourite colour. And lots of pinks and purples and reds and things for all the floral stuff. So it's nice to do something a bit different. Oh, the dark one said no. Again, just working little circles. Don't worry about what kind of mesh you make on there. It's not going to be seen. That really is like a night sky, that one. So I think that's going to be it for my ink blending. But you'll see why this makes the next stamp that I'm going to use really elevate. Make sure I put the right ones on, otherwise Tony will tell me off for using her inks, messing them up. She doesn't even know I'm using them. I was playing around. So before I stamp anything on top of that, they do dry quickly, but I'm just going to give it a little blast with my heat tool just to make sure, because I don't want anything to smudge or affect the stamping that I'm going to do over the top. So, like I say, I'm going to use this larger element. And can you see now how those circles that we've done on the background are really going to tie in well with the kind of circular theme on this stamp. So let's pop it in my Eureka. You could just stamp this in black over the top. It'll stamp well over the top of coloured ink. I'm going to use some embossing. I want to kind of layer them so that circles all kind of overlap in a nice way. So to be absolutely doubly sure that none of my embossing powder sticks to these circles and only sticks where I stamp, I'm going to use my anti-static embossing little bag. And then going in with my rather grubby, but still perfectly usable, my Luminosity ink, which we've still got plenty of. So if you are looking for a embossing pad super sticky. You can see I've had that one for ages, but it really does last. Go in twice just to make sure I picked up as much detail as I can with that ink. Put that aside for a second, and I'm going to grab a piece of paper to catch the powder. And I'm using Gold Digger, which I think is now only available when you buy the starter kit, which is got the double-end embossing pen that we used the other week. But it has got a small pot of the Gold Digger, so if you're desperate, that's the only way you can get hold of it, I think. The large pots and the Trio, Gold Trio, I think are all gone for the moment. I think that looks really effective with the circles already, and I haven't even finished stamping yet. So let's heat set that one, and then we'll go in and add some more circles to the top area where there isn't much going on right now. So I must say thank you to Gemma for the idea. I thought it was really cool, and I thought it was a way that you could just switch up the colour, or switch up where you do your circles. You could do it as a big card, a small card, and I thought it was really, really effective. So that's so far. See the light on there with the gold? I'm going to add some more in this area because I think, why not? And because it's a great stamp for that, it's a good size on its own, but when you want to start building it up and making your own compositions, that's when it really comes to life. So let's pop that back. I've just got to decide. We didn't get much of this one in the top bit. So let's do that. Back in with our anti-static. But I'm sure you can see how that could quite easily, because it's quite a funky design as well, and it's not really like a massively male or female. And I think, did I just put ink on the wrong side there? Too busy chatting. I'll put it on that side and it would just go to Mama. So talking about getting the idea from Gemma on the group, what I would really like to do in general on our social media and our groups is feature more of your designs and your ideas, because I'm always blown away by when you get your Thirsty Brush designs home after a TV show or after I've been in the studio, and then you guys have like the best ideas of what to do with them. So I'd really like to kind of feature maybe once a week, once every couple of weeks. So if you are sharing something on the group or on Instagram or Twitter, anything like that, that you've made with a Thirsty Brush design, do pop in hashtag Thirsty Brush. I check that hashtag regularly, and then if you do that, I'll be able to see it, and then I'll pick a couple of people or people's makes to feature each week, just to give you guys a bit of, you know, you get your make seen as well by other crafters, and it's just nice to see, isn't it? And nice to share, get you guys some more followers and things too. Thought that might be a nice idea. So I just did exactly the same process, just with that stamp at the top. I say at the top, but you could genuinely use this any way up, couldn't you? So I'm going to use it that way. But yeah, genuinely, you could go any way at all with that. You could go portrait, landscape, put the shine on there, the blue and all those golds together. You could add even more stenciled circles if you wish. So that's our kind of background, but it's the main feature of the card as well. So let's get our sentiments sorted, which is this party. Because, you know, we might be able to have some parties this summer. Yay! I love a good party. Well, barbecue is my favourite. Hot day, some nice food, some nice drinks, friends, family, and just some fun and laughter, eh? In the non-existent sunshine. It's done nothing but rain in May, has it? So hopefully June will be better. And then just as it gets hot, we'll all be doing our Christmas releases on Create and Craft. I'm talking about Christmas and cold weather again. But that's the life of being in crafting and designing. We have to be so far ahead, don't we? So I've just cut out these lovely sentiments. Come with the matte layer and the main die for the word. So to bring in the gold, I've put the party in gold, but I've done the matte layer in black just to make it pop a little bit. I thought if it was white, it might just... I've got 1 second. Oh, there we go. It's come off now. It might disappear a bit and not pop out as much. So I thought that black on gold, or gold on black, sorry, would be really nice. And again, it's that nice kind of funky font that would be suitable for any age. And of course, blue's not just for the boys, is it? But I know some guys just, they haven't got into the pink yet, have they? I know my husband, if I bought him like a pink shirt or something, he'd be like, oh God, I don't know whether I can do that. I don't know whether I can carry it off. But I think it's great when guys wear all sorts of colours. So next thing to do is just pop it all together. I cut slightly smaller than my card blank, but bigger than this piece, some of our Thirsty Brush papers. Let me see if I can remember. I think this might be Salty Leaves, the blue one. There's definitely some of those. Well, a few, handful. I say a few available, there's a handful of them. Most things we've got down to just a handful now, to be honest. But there's tons more coming. So, bit of double-sided tape. I'm going to do this layer flat, and then I'm going to do the main layer just lifted slightly with a bit of foam. So foam tape for this one. I don't know what's on the back of there. Must have been something on the on my Eureka. Where's my scissors gone? Oh, there we go. I say my scissors, Tony's scissors. There's certain things, because I come on the train, I don't carry with me because I'd have to bring 2 suitcases full if I bought things like my Eureka and scissors with me. So I just bring what I need, and then I've got a trolley here of bits and pieces that stay here for every week. And then would either I've forgotten, I pinch off Tony's trolley. But... So just pop that on. I think just that little bit of pattern. Obviously you can't see the full design, but it just adds that little bit extra. let's glue this party on. Get your party on. That could be a good sentiment, couldn't it? Get your party on. Just a few little dots, that's all you need. But the key to not getting in a mess is to have a reasonably fine nozzle on your glue, whatever you're using. But using a wet glue is going to give me a little bit of wiggle room just to get that nice and straight and centered. Give it a little push down. And let's raise that up a bit as well with a bit of foam tape. Now, if I was doing this in the pinks or for a lady, I would add some little gems or sequins or something. Again, I know sometimes the guys aren't mega keen on that, but I'll tell you what you could do. I haven't got any on my trolley, but if you've got something like those enamel accents or something like that, either pre-sticky ones or like the liquid ones, that would look good, I think, for a guy's card. And there we are. I think a boy would be quite happy with that as well, wouldn't he, of most ages? I'm just going to pop it there so we can get a nice close-up and photo for you. So if you want to give this a go. And yeah, do give these techniques a go. There's tons of videos on the channel here. I think I mentioned last week there's over 100 now just in the Thirsty Brush playlist on its own. So there must be, oh gosh, I'll have to find out how many there is all together with all of us who do demonstrations here. So you won't be short of ideas if you need any inspiration at all. So I'm here every Thursday and every Sunday at 1 p.m. So do join in, join in. It's like a combo. But I will be back with you this Thursday, 1 p.m. Stay safe, guys, and take care.